The following is a paid advertisement. The views expressed are the sole responsibility of the advertiser.
I'm attorney Justin Clark. Coming up just ahead on You Have Real Estate, we are going to go visit our good friend Elisha Lopez up in Ocala. We're going to visit Matt Buckley over on the East Coast and some really beautiful homes. It's all just ahead. It's You Have Real Estate. Your debt does not have to control your life. You have the power to potentially lower or even eliminate your debt. I'm attorney Justin Clark. Call me now for a free consultation or visit youhavepower.com and take back control of your financial life. Welcome to You Have Real Estate with me, attorney Justin Clark. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, seasoned investor, or even looking to sell your home, this next 30 minutes is designed just for you. Think of it like hitting multiple open houses, all from your living room, with my attorney advice throughout the way. Any questions whatsoever during the program, the phone number will be right here during the entire show, 407-205-0400. You want to get pre-approved to start your house hunt for that dream home this weekend. Dallas Lehman is standing by to get you pre-approved at that very same phone number. Great show ahead today, but first, the opening statement. We've been talking about this a little bit on this program as how Central Florida seems to be expanding. And we've been trying to talk a little bit about as you go outside of town, how do the prices differ? And let me tell you something, they do differ. You can get good deals still if you go a little bit further outside of town and maybe less congestion as well. Where should you go? We're going to talk about that. Also, when it comes to your house, you own a house right now, you need to think about your windows. Windows are a very important aspect of your house when it comes to energy, also safety and aesthetics as well. We're going to talk about what you should do to test out your windows to make sure your windows are okay and safe and keeping your electricity bill down, and all great questions. They are. And we're going to answer them by asking real questions. Every Saturday here on the program, we ask real questions to the truly trend-setting people in Central Florida's real estate community. We kick it off today. Returning visitors. For the first time in a while, though, Agent 1 over at LPT, Matt Buckley, is here. Matthew, how are you, sir?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Welcome back to the show. And we're going to talk to you a lot about sort of Volusia, Flagler, that area of town, because I think you have a lot of insight into that area.
We do.
And we want to talk about prices there. And Elisha Lopez joins me, Ocala Realty World. We're going to talk about Ocala, the villages, and that side of town. Welcome to the show, Elisha. How are you?
Good.
And here's the question. Let's start with this, guys. We all know right now in this real estate market, over the last 2 years, it has skyrocketed, okay? And it really has forced some families, with the interest rates up as well, it has forced them to not be able to buy the house they could have bought 2 years ago. That's happening. But also, while that's happened, we've developed some roadways, some highways that have really made other parts of town more accessible for people. Matthew, let me start with you, buddy. When you look and compare prices, say Orlando, Winter Park versus Flagler County, Volusia County, how do they differ?
So we kind of spoke about this the show. Orlando's slowly making its way into Seminole County. Seminole County slowly making its way into Volusia County. And these subsidiary cities, Orange City, DeBary, DeLand, you can get much more for your money when you exit maybe a Lake Mary or a Sanford. And you're seeing people do this all across the county, the state. They're coming out of that main big city and they're finding little pocket cities, and they're saving a fortune and they're finding deals.
Are we going further out now to save money, you think?
You can look at it like that. Yeah.
Got it. And now, Elisha, you spent a lot of time in Ocala, of course. Ocala, kind of a really different world, okay? The horse capital of the world. When you look at Orlando versus Ocala, there's a lot of differences.
Oh yeah, big time. It's like big city, rural, kind of horses, farmland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's growing substantially. We were talking before the show about how Ocala is really kind of on fire.
It is. There's so much land. There's so much development. I kind of got cut off in 2008 when the market crashed and everything just stopped. So it started to pick back up again, and there's still lots of land to develop.
Yeah. I mean, where we live, the house that we live in, our family lives in, is a very important part of our lives. It really is. And we don't want to be house poor either. So I do find a lot of people, as they expand their horizons out a little bit further, are able to save money. And this is going to be a tough question for you both, but I think we have to do it. Okay, let's say that the same exact house is in Seminole County, Florida for $600,000. What would I pay for that $600,000 house in like Southwest Volusia County, you think?
450, 500,000.
So this is a significant price reduction to go out a little bit further. Marion County, Ocala, $600,000 in, let's say, Lake Mary in Seminole County. What does that house cost me up there?
I'd say 425, but you've got land,
Really?
acreage with it.
Jeez. So we're talking about significant price differences, and with the interest rate still a little bit high, this 150 grand changes your payment quite a bit when you start looking at the PITI amount, doesn't it, Matt?
Oh yeah, and they say typically for every 10,000, it's about $60 a month.
Yeah.
Multiply that by 150,000. I mean, that is severe savings. So maybe you don't feel that interest rate as much. Maybe you're not, pinching pennies. So
Yeah.
although you're cutting down the budget, I think you're still getting the same house, if not more. You mentioned land by going to these other parts of
Yeah.
the state.
Well, we have some properties here that I want to show you so you can see what's going on out there. I'm not trying to force you out of Orlando by any means. I just think this show is important to really let you know what is out there, okay? Especially if you find yourself renting in downtown Orlando and you want to buy a house for your family. I get that. Maybe we need to look a little bit further out. Elisha, start with you here. This is Northwest Gainesville Road. Where is this?
So this is in Reddick. So it's the northern part of Marion County, closer to Gainesville.
Got it.
And with the World Equestrian Center, WEC, there's a lot of, popularity for buying Airbnbs.
Ah.
So investors have been going that route instead of just fixing and flipping or renting it out to regular tenants, and anything within a 25-minute radius to maybe a half hour from the World Equestrian Center is a really good deal. So this listing actually is less than a mile from the Florida State Fire College.
Wow.
Which that's where all the soon-to-be firefighters go to get certified and
Right.
take all their tests. So housing is always an issue, and this would be a great Airbnb for that reason. It's only $170,000.
Jeez, yeah, and I haven't really thought about Airbnb up that area. Everyone that lives in Orlando says, oh, I'm gonna buy a second home near the attraction area. We all think that. But you think about this World Equestrian Center, this is a tourist destination up there. Trust me, I know my daughter is an equestrian, and I've never thought about investing there and renting them an Airbnb. And at that price point, my goodness, that's probably $400-something thousand, closer to the attractions of Disney and Universal.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the whole land thing. So this listing in Reddick is on almost 3/4 of an acre.
Yeah.
And it backs up to another farm. So the view, which for Airbnbs, having like that theme or like a reason to go and rent that space,
Yeah.
it's perfect.
Totally different lifestyle as well. If you'd like to see this property or any properties in the Ocala Villages area, Elisha will show them to you this weekend, 407-205-0400. Now, Matt, we're gonna head the opposite direction here to Bunnell, which is like Flagler, Palm Coast area. Bunnell, I think, is the county seat of Flagler County.
It is.
I only know that because we were in court there the other day. Tell me about this one, Grand Reserve, and I like this price point.
Yeah, 771 Grand Reserve. It is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. It's actually a brand new build, 2021. Waterfront property. Everything is new, so you can assume your HOI will be a little cheaper than typical.
Yeah.
And the amenities here are beautiful. You have golf cart community, pickleball, racquetball, tennis, grills for the guest, huge resort-style pool, and it's all for $360,000.
And also a different way of life up there. It's a little bit slower pace. For those of us that have been in this rat race for so long, it's nice up there.
Seen a lot of snowbirds migrate over that way too.
Absolutely. And then also we have Magnolia over in New Smyrna Beach.
Yep, 1603 Magnolia. It's a 4-3 on Riverside. It does have a pool and spa. It's 1.2 miles from Flagler Avenue, 1 mile from the beach, 1 mile from the river. I mean, on a jumbo lot, it's $799,999. And it's one of the only 4 bedrooms on Riverside, so.
Is that right?
Yeah, we don't believe this one's going to last too long.
Now, does someone buy that as an investment, or do they live there, you think?
I think this is a primary residence.
Primary home.
Yeah, New Smyrna is very tight with the short-term allegations and where and how you do it. I see this being a primary.
If you could buy a beach house right now, anywhere within an hour and a half of here, where would it be?
Probably New Smyrna Beach.
New Smyrna Beach?
Yeah.
What about you? Beach house for you and the family, where would it be?
Well, Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about around here?
Around here, gosh, I would say more like Sarasota, Naples.
West Coast?
Yeah.
I hear you. White
Beautiful.
sand,
Yeah.
clear water. You got to battle the traffic on I-4 through Lakeland, though. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
Matthew Buckley, great to see you, buddy. If you'd like to see these properties, 407-205-0400. Literally, you call the number and I'll immediately connect you with him. You want to see the properties up in Ocala? Call the same phone number. I'll immediately connect you with Elisha. I'd be happy to do so of Ocala Realty World. Thank you. Great to see you as always.
Thank you.
See you guys soon. Here's what we will do. A very quick break. Your windows, pretty important. Hurricane season coming up. Imagine you're sitting there playing dominoes with your family as the hurricane comes through, and it's, all you feel is the window's about to crash in. I have a solution as You Have Real Estate continues. Do I ever have a very special gift for you today? Compliments our good friends over at Universal Roof and Contracting. 15% off your roofing job. The roof is the most important part of your house. No doubt about it. Welcome my good friends as always, Justin and Corey. Hi, how are you today?
Good, man, good. Thank you.
The roof is the most important part of the house, but sometimes deciding who your roofing company is going to be is the most important decision as well. Culture is everything.
Sure.
When determining who's going to do your roofing job, Universal, the culture over there blows me away. Trustworthy. Tell me about the culture at Universal.
Yeah, I mean, 30 years in the making, right? Family-owned, veteran-owned, same name and ownership over the past 3 decades. We're so proud to be so rooted in Orlando, and we have offices in Jacksonville and Southwest Florida, but the honest approach, the integrity we carry, working transparently with insurance companies and homeowners alike. I mean, we approach roofing the way an honest company really should.
Trusted by some of the biggest sports teams in Florida as well.
That's right. That's right. We this past season we were the one of the partners with the Jacksonville Jaguars, which was awesome. They had a great season this year too. And then just coming next month, the XFL, the Orlando Guardians. We are the official roofer for the Orlando Guardians, so we're excited to go out to those games and see everybody there. So it'll be great.
A roof can be expensive. You created great programs to make this roof not cost prohibitive for me.
Yeah, I mean, last thing we're going to do is take food off people's plates to afford a roof. So we have a ton of flexible financing plans that just keeps things very liquid for homeowners, even if they don't want to use their own money, even if they have it at the time, you know, so we offer that as well for every roof replacement.
I have this QR code on the screen right now. Get your phone out or go to their website, but the QR code will go directly to Justin and Corey, and literally you get 15% off. But guys, you're going to come to my house and tell me what I really need, honestly.
Absolutely, yeah. Free inspection, first of all. It does cost nothing for us to come out. We're going to sit down with you, hear what you like about your roof, what you don't like about your roof, what problems you've had, and come up with a custom scope of work that makes sense for you.
Always a pleasure to see you both. There's only one company we trust when it comes to roofing. That is Universal Roof and Contracting. Hurricane season is here. Yes, no big storms yet, thankfully, but it's here. You think about going to the store and stocking up on supplies. You want to go buy your batteries. There's something very important that you're probably not thinking about when it comes to hurricane season, and that's your windows. You own a house, right? You have a family. Think about the times where you've been there with your family and those winds really start to pick up to the point where you're starting to get scared. You know what I'm talking about. We've all experienced it. And if you have these old windows, they can absolutely crash in. Even just hearing the vibration of your old windows can make you very nervous, not just for you, but for your family. The good thing is there's something that you can do about it, something you should do about it. Dan Brigman joins me. Renewal by Andersen. Hurricanes and those winds, when you start hearing that window vibration, it's pretty scary.
Oh yeah, it's really scary. We don't sit around and think about it, right, until we hear it. And you know, most of our homes were built with builder grade windows, and some of us have sashes that are already kind of out of the track and things like that. Doesn't take very much wind to take that sash ascending through your house, causing major damage. And Not a good thing.
I've also seen reports of windows blowing in and then it affecting the roof as well.
Yeah, what that's called is, well, going in would be positive pressure, coming out, they can actually be sucked out also, would be negative pressure. So yes, what will happen is that wind will come by and the backside of that hurricane will actually pull windows out. So if you don't have the proper window in, once you have a hole in the side of your home, your house decompresses, and where it sucks is from the roof up. So your roof comes off, and anything and everything inside of that house, hey, being in a little tight room is no longer any good, because we're all going up after that point.
Yeah, I don't think stocking up on a 12-pack of Aquafina and some AA batteries is going to help that situation.
You might be able to wash some blood off of you, but yeah, outside of that, yeah.
And I understand, too, that windows are obviously going to be more expensive than Duracells. We get that. However, you've created a program over there that I don't have to just pay all at once. You have a program, I can pay it over time.
Yeah, absolutely not. Look, when you're buying a great quality window, look, it's not going to be a small amount of money, but what will be small is your payment. We have an easy pay program. We've come out for our Andersen folks who purchase from us, and it's called our easy pay program. And we have all different types of easy pay. We have no interest. We have very low interest, and we can stretch that up to 120 months. But at the end of the day, we're talking in less, a whole house, less than a car payment. And this is a one-time deal. And, you won't have to replace your windows again when you put the Andersen window in. So it's for a short amount of time to give you a lifetime worth of security.
Of course, and 20% off. Thank you for doing that. Here's what I want you to do now, though. For 20% off, the QR code is on the screen. Derek Moser is assuring us of that. Take your phone out, all right? Hit the QR code on the screen, and you will get 20% off all of your brand new windows on your house. It's amazing. Or call the phone number on the screen, 407-205-0400. We've talked about this before, Dan, about the payment that we're going to make for the windows. Look, some people are going to pay in cash. I get that. Some people don't have that amount of cash sitting around or don't want to spend it. Either way, I understand. I get it. I don't want to write big checks either. But if you are going to pay over time, especially with this no interest type financing plan, when you start to look at what your payment's going to be per month versus the savings that you're going to have electricity bill wise, sometimes it can be a wash.
Justin, I looked at my bill last month. I just recently bought a home 3 years ago.
I've been there. It's very nice.
Yeah.
I love it.
well, thank you.
Cool golf cart too. You didn't take me on a ride though. I want to ride the golf cart.
Yeah, my wife might not let me do that. But anyways, so I noticed that my electric bill has gone up every year. I know we got inflation, but windows dissipate, their quality dissipates over time. My electric bill was almost $500. But to your point, when you have a high energy efficient window, one that stays efficient for the duration, we're talking 20, 30, 40 years, then you can literally shave off, in my case, $200, $300 in crazy scenarios off of that bill. You're exactly right. You're paying for the windows.
All windows, since I've known you, what I've learned, and I did not know this before, all windows are not created equal.
Not even close. And, it's much like getting a car painted, right? You can find somebody to paint a car for what, $99 these days? And you can find somebody to paint one for, $25,000. And what it amounts to is the technology and the engineering that goes into that glass pack or the foundation, the frame around that. There's so much engineering. We actually have 33 patents on our FiberX product that nobody else has, and it exceeds twice the recommendation of Dade County. So the window is, it's bar none.
Jeez, unbelievable. I don't understand why anyone would go anywhere else. You're the best in the business. I'm not just tooting your horn. It's the best in the business.
Well, I appreciate that, Justin. And some of the reasons that would happen from time to time is some people don't take the time, and I'm guilty of it myself when I go buy something. Sometimes I get in a hurry and I go buy something, and I don't take time to educate it. My recommendation is, hey, take a look at Google. Google Renewal By Andersen. Google the research behind this. We're the we're the largest window and door company in the world, but we're also the fastest growing window and door replacement company in the world. And we did that simply by 3 Ps. We did it by our people, we did it by our process, and we did it by our product. And we're going to treat your family as if it's our own.
Yeah, and the process that I love is you make the call to Renewal by Andersen, and the design consultant, I mean, someone who knows windows. This is not a sales dude. This is someone who knows all about windows. Comes to your house, tells you what they think that you may need, helps you determine what you like, what you need, and it's a super simple process with no real pressure. It's an unbelievable process that you have. No commitment whatsoever. QR code on the screen right now for Renewal by Andersen. If you do it right now, Dan Brigman, 20% off. Dan, excellent job as always, buddy.
Well, hey, thank you. Glad to be here.
I'll see you soon on the golf cart. Do yourself a favor. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
You can be an agent that struggles to get ahead in the competitive real estate world, or you can learn from the best and achieve success. Visit youhaveafutureinrealestate.com and sign up for the Jumpstart program. Get coaching tips and important tools that will help you jumpstart your real estate career. Sign up today and get 10% off your Jumpstart program when you use code word LEARN. Visit youhaveafutureinrealestate.com today and gain the real estate knowledge you need to succeed.
When it comes to your investment strategy, there's only one place that we turn. It is Fortress Wealth Group. The QR code for Fortress is right here on the screen, but even better yet, joined by its leader, John Ledford. John, how are you, sir? Good to see you.
I'm great. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me today.
They kept tech is dead. Tech is dead. Is tech dead?
Tech is definitely not dead. Absolutely not. Tech is thriving and well.
It's the AI thing has just come out of nowhere, huh? What's going on?
You know, crazy. The last 6 months, the creator of ChatGPT, OpenAI, they're now the fastest growing company in the world. More subscribers than anyone before them, and launched from 0 to hundreds of millions of users almost overnight. And really, when you think about what goes into AI, and AI being commonplace, not just something we talk about, but something we use, the one thing AI thrives on are computer chips. And so you've got all these tech companies that are in the chip business that are now being propelled by this totally new type of industry and business out there.
And when you are strategizing about investment, having someone like you is so important to have the foresight as to what is going on in this world.
Well, you know, there are a lot of different ways to invest. And I have this conversation with clients and comrades, you know, quite often about what's the right way to invest. And the answer is there is no one right way to invest. And so we like to be a little bit agnostic in our strategy. So some passive, some active, some opportunistic. We think that's the best approach for most investors. And this would definitely fall into that opportunistic bucket. If you've got assets that are coming in, you have an asset sale, or you have money that's sitting on the sideline, what do you do with it? Well, you want to fill up your normal buckets first, but on the opportunistic side, I don't think there's any better place, you know, to be investing for someone who has long time frame, a lot of risk tolerance, than potentially in artificial intelligence.
Great job, John. Keep up the good work. The best strategy that you can have right now is to call Fortress Wealth Group, hit the QR code on the screen. You will not be disappointed. That's what we did. Welcome back to the program. We've covered a lot already today, but I thought it would be a good time to tap into the more luxury market, some really desirable properties. Maybe you've done really well over the last couple of years and you're ready to upgrade into a really fancy, nice house. I can't think of two better agents to have that conversation, and really from opposite sides of town about the luxury market. Kick it off to my left, your right, Vivian Lehman. How are you?
Very well.
Good. And for the first time on this program, you've been with us on other shows. First time on this program, Fernanda Negromonte. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
So, Fernanda, let's start with you. Luxury market. You've been dealing with luxury stuff for a while. What are you seeing? How would you describe the luxury market right now?
I've seen like a huge change in Orlando. You know, like I've been working since 2008, and just like 4 years ago, to sell like $1 million home, you know, it was like, wow.
Yeah.
Now, if you're like in Central Florida, you know, like the nicer neighborhoods, like this is the new price pretty much, you know. And it's so crazy how I also feel that the people taste has also been changing. We used to be a lot more like traditional, and now, you know, everybody wants a modern, contemporary home, you know.
Yep.
There's a lot of custom builds coming up. I mean, walk down Winter Park
Sure.
It's crazy, like there's streets that you won't even recognize if you drove by a couple years ago and now. So I think it's a huge change.
Are prices for luxury homes continuing to go up?
I think so, yes.
Really?
It's very desirable.
Now,
Yes.
now, Vivian, you focus on a lot of luxury properties up in the Seminole County, like Lake Mary area. How are those prices?
The prices are, like she said, pretty much. We've had, our pockets of subdivisions that have higher priced homes as opposed to the rest of Orlando. But yeah, it's crazy.
How long are these properties in the $2, $3, $4 million range staying on the market?
I would say, as opposed to last year, this year you're going to see it at least 60 to 90 days.
Really?
But what's selling is something that's fixed up.
Yeah.
If it's totally fixed up,
Boom, flying off the shelves.
absolutely.
It's crazy. It is crazy. Who would have ever predicted what's going on in this real estate market? The numbers are astounding. I was talking to an appraiser yesterday, and he said it's rare that he appraises a house under $1 million anymore.
Yeah.
Who would have ever thought 2 years ago? Now, Fernanda, you brought some properties here down in the area of your expertise, I think. I'm thinking, are you more Windermere area? What is your
So,
base?
I've been here for so long that
everywhere.
okay. Yes. So I'm all the way from Bella Colina, Winter Park, Windermere, whatever the client is.
Well, let's start with this bad boy, Bay Point Drive. Tell me about that one.
So that property was funny because that property actually came on the market right before COVID, and it was in the market for like a year. Didn't sell. And, when the listing agreement expired, so I got to meet the owner of the property and needed some change, right? Nothing wrong with what was going on before. It's just, we had to update the marketing.
Right.
And we listed the property, new marketing. Within like 30 days, the property went pending.
Wow, I love it. Now, Point Hancock, where is that one?
So Point Hancock, that's on Winter Garden on Independence.
Yeah, that area is booming too.
It is, like this particular home, I sold lots there for like $250,000.
Yeah.
And this home just went pending. And we had 20 showings in 2 weeks. And I had, we had a couple offers.
Tons of people willing to spend money on houses right now. And finally, Pendio Drive, where's that?
So that's in Bella Colina.
Oh, yes. Beautiful neighborhood.
It's amazing there. And again, I've been driving. The first time I took a client there, it was like nothing there. It was like one home standing by and everything was empty. My client was like, I don't want to buy a home here. I'm going to be the only one, And now you go back there and it's like completely different neighborhood. I mean, the price also is like to the roof, But it's a very unique because you can find like a 1 acre lot, and you can build the house however you want to.
I love it. If you'd like to see these properties, I will connect you with Fernanda right now, right away, like today. 407-205-0400. You want to come up with me and Vivian in Seminole County, which I'm very happy in Seminole County. I'll connect you with Vivian as well. Same phone number, 407-205-0400. Fernanda, let's do this again. That was too short. I felt like I have so much more to talk to you about. All right, come back and see us. Vivian Lehman, as always, great to see you. Most importantly, thank you for joining us every week. See you again next week for more You Have Real Estate.
The proceeding was a paid advertisement. The views expressed were the sole responsibility of the advertiser.